So I finally rented a scooter, and I'll show that to you in a little bit, but I went up to the Lady Budda, which, see if you can see in the background here. Lady Budda is a relatively new site here in Da Nang. It was built between 2004 and 2010. It's about 220 feet tall, and there are 17 levels to the Lady Budda. All of them are meditation rooms, and the public doesn't have access to any of them other than the very ground floor. Not sure what, how you get into the other ones, if it's just monks or people that donate or go to some type of service here, although I don't think they have services. But anyway, we could not see anything other than the bottom floor. But the grounds here are pretty extensive. There's a pagoda that's not too far from here that I thought I had filmed some, but apparently I didn't, so not going to show you that. But thought the overall experience here was pretty good, other than it being, it's really very hot here. So there you go. Still on the grounds of Lady Budda. The grounds here are pretty extensive. There's a lot of temples and little spots. Don't really know what the significance of each one of them is. They do not have a whole lot in English, so it's, well, and in case you were wondering, it is hot here. It's 93 degrees. It's high humidity. It's a little after 1 o'clock. And it's supposed to get to 96 degrees in another hour or so. And so if you are interested in coming to Da Nang in the middle of August, you've been warned. So we got a Buddha here with a little Buddha titty grab poking in the belly button too. They need an explanation for this. Got a number of container trees, basically big bonsais in a sense, but some of them look really pretty cool, like these ones here. There's another one that I forgot to film. I'll film on the way out. So this is the plant that I didn't film earlier that I think is pretty cool. It's around this pot. I wonder how long it took for it to grow around that thing. We've got others that are growing around stones, but that's the only one that's growing around a big pot. I think it looks kind of cool. They don't want your knees showing or your shoulders. So if you got shorts on, you get a little something here to cover up. So I'm at the intersection of the main street and the road along the beach. And this particular spot, in particular, there is always, and when I say always, I mean always, people here taking photographs of themselves. I do not understand why. There must be some type of internet sensation for some country. I'm assuming it's either Japan or Korea, but it is non-stop. I go by this intersection probably 2-3 times a day, and it is full of people taking pictures of themselves. Don't understand it. Guess I don't need to, but it is just quite bizarre. It starts down at the intersection, and then it ends up here at this little gelato stand where people are taking pictures here. So, again, don't understand it. Must be some fad on some social media that it's like the hip place to be, but it is literally non-stop. So that's just a little tidbit of the day. So where I'm staying is down an alley, this alley from McDonald's, and I pass by this and I always see where McDonald's has a spaghetti and fried chicken, and I'm not trying that, but I did get the Egg McMuffin. Tastes pretty much the same as it does in the States. And typically there's a lot of people that are waiting in line here, and it's a pretty popular restaurant with folks in the area. So I was riding my scooter along the beach road, and not right where I live, but the next beach over. And there were all these little, there was all these people selling these little things. I think they're called rambutans. They're from China. And so I decided to, well, why not get some? And so I got a bag full of them. This is a kilo. And it was about 80, what the? So I was, so I thought I'd get some. This bag is about 1 kilo, and it cost about 80 cents. And so you basically pull these things apart. You get this little tiny chunk of flesh. It's really pretty sweet. There's a seed. There's a seed inside them, but they're really pretty tasty. And so it's, for 80 cents, you get a bag of these. Now, I don't think I got the best bag, because I've gotten these ones that aren't red. And I think he saw that I was Western and just, threw a bunch in there for me. But regardless, it was 80 cents. And I could pick out the good ones. And they're kind of tasty. So, it's kind of cool. So it's the second day here at the resort in Hanoi, or Hoi An, I'm sorry. And the breakfast is a nice scene here on the river. They have a buffet. And they switch out a lot of the stuff. So the stuff that they had yesterday, they've got something different. And I always sample all the Vietnamese stuff that they give, but they also have lots of Americanized stuff or Western food, omelets and bacon and fries and that kind of stuff. But I don't get that. No, I'm looking for the unique, and I can't pronounce anything here, so you'll just have to, other than the passion fruit and the mango and the chocolate croissant. So, but all good here in Hoi An. Going on a little excursion today up to a place called My Son, which is a ruin. Very similar to the ruins in Cambodia. So there'll be some filming there as well. So we're at My Son. These temples were built by the same people that built the Angkor Wat temples in Cambodia. It's the Cham people. They were built in the 4th century. The temples at Angkor Wat were built in the 12th century. So these are a bit older. Correction on what I said earlier about these temples being built by the same folks that built Angkor Wat. That's not the case. These ones were built by the Cham people, The ones at Angkor Wat were built by the Khmer Rouge. They're a related group, but they're not the same. But the temples look very similar to each other. These temples were originally Hindu temples, but they had been changed over several times into various religions, including Buddhism. We arrived at this site, I think it was about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it was already getting pretty hot. Fortunately, there wasn't a whole lot of people here at the time. There's few. By the time we left, it was starting to really get crowded. So I'm glad we were there earlier. It just got hotter and hotter. It was an impressive day by midday. So glad we got in and out in the morning, but it was a good tour. I enjoyed it. So after leaving Maya Sun, the tour continued, and we went to a traditional Vietnamese family where they showed us how to make, well, we had lunch, and then they showed us how to make rice noodles. And so you see here how they're making noodles by pouring this porridge over top of a hot stone. That batter is basically rice and water. And so they cook it there for a little while. They send it out onto these drying racks, and they make all different types of their noodles. They can make really thin noodles out of it just by cutting it thinner, or they make it wider with wider noodles, but the process is the same. And then they can make it also into a rice cracker. These are going to be rice crackers because this batter has a little bit of sesame seeds in it. And to make those, they just dry it a lot longer. And oftentimes that rice cracker you get served that in a restaurant with a soup. A section of that type of rice cracker goes into the soup. Yeah, and that's it. So it was a pretty cool tour. And then you'll see that they let people make their own. So you'll see me making one as well.
Mm-hmm. Good job. Yes. I think now you cover it. Mm-hmm. So we wait about 10 seconds to make it cook, okay? The stick on the red buckets there, right hand side. Yes. Mm-hmm. Wait, because you make a little bit thick, so it needs a little bit longer time to make it cook.
We'll get a successful one.
Okay, I think that's okay. You can remove the lid. Well done.
So the tour is finishing up after the lunch for a little boat ride. So we just caught the boat.
I got this.
Oh, you got a little whistle? All right. And it's just the 6 of us. And this is supposed to be about a half an hour. So a little cruise down the river. It's nice and breezy in the shade, so the heat is very tolerable. So the tour is over. Went back to the hotel, rested a little bit. Now I've gone downtown. Yesterday, I went in and bought a suit jacket, sport coat type jacket, and I'm back to get fitted. So I'm here to get fitted. So this is the spot. I'll brave my way across the street. Where is Mimi?
Mimi.
Yes, Mimi.
No, Mimi.
Yes. Hello. Yeah, I'm here to try on. Upstairs? Okay. Yep. All right. There it is. So it's it's not an everyday jacket. Put some buttons on it. good shape. So that's going to be a wrap on this video. Trying to keep these videos a lot shorter, to 15 minutes or so in length. And so I'll see you on the next one, and I hope everything is well with you and you're living the life that you want to live.